What comes to your mind when you think of a film's ending? A character walking into the horizon, or a camera panning out revealing the landscape, or an actress running towards the hero to grab his hand. Whatever it may be, there is no doubt that the final frames of a film dictate the audience mood after the movie. And there are many diverse and unique movie endings. But one that comes to my mind instantly is Andhadhun. Hey guys, welcome to Movie Miners, and in this video we'll see why Andhadhun's ending is one of the best and quirkiest in recent Hindi cinema. Ending scenes are extremely important, not just because they determine the essence of the movie, but also because they sum up the 2.5 hours spent by the audience in a few seconds. If the opening scene sets the tone for the movie, the closing scenes prepare the audience for the end. Over the years, there have been many experiments with film. You guys may have seen a variety of endings yourself. But let me just list out a few unique ones and show why open endings are unique among them. The first kind I'm going to talk about is arguably the most empowering ending. The ending that shows the completion of the hero's journey. Remember Simba climbing the Pride Rock and roaring symbolically, or Shiva being seated on the Mahishmati throne? Well, these endings are favorite among epics and generally occur after our hero and/or the protagonist have completed their journey of understanding their importance. For instance, when Shiva discovers that his father is Bahubali and the hero takes up the task of defeating the antagonist who had wronged him or her. For instance, when Simba defeats Scar and succeeds his father to the throne in a final do-or-die battle. These endings are fulfilling and wholesome, and the audience are happy. The second type of ending is called riding into the sunset. Now, you know a certain type of ending is effective when it is used over and over again, despite being called cliched and old-fashioned. Somewhat popularized by the Western genre, although not exclusive to it, riding into the sunset is one of the most satisfying endings there is. Take Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly riding off into the far horizon after winning a somewhat unfair three-way gunfight. These endings symbolize the ending of the story rather than the completion of a hero's journey. While the hero moves on to his next journey, the audience needs to get back to their own lives. Like I mentioned, these endings aren't exclusive to Western genres. Take Japanese filmmaker Ozu for instance. He generally used a train leaving a station to symbolize the end of a story. The third type of ending is not exactly popular, but man is it effective. In these type of endings, the opening and ending shots of the movie are identical. In American Beauty, for instance, the opening shot begins with a bird's eye view of the camera descending into the suburb. The ending is denoted with the ascending of the camera. These endings can be effective with any kinds of movies. In Gone Girl, the opening scene shows the protagonist is troubled with his wife.
I picture cracking her lovely skull, unspooling her brains, trying to get answers. The primal questions of any marriage. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? What have we done to each other?
And the similar ending scene shows that he is pushed into submission by her.
What are you thinking? How are you feeling?
Contrast that with Sholay, where the opening scene shows the arrival of an inspector where trouble lurks, with the final scene where after the victory over the evil, the train leaves the station. In these endings, the opening shot is connected with the ending shot, closing the loop and making the ending even more effective. Finally, coming to the movie mentioned in the title, if you guys have seen Andhadhun, you'll notice that the ending doesn't really belong to any of the categories I've mentioned above. That's because Andhadhun endings belong to a unique category called the open endings. And the best example for this is Inception's final shots. Cobb, Leonardo DiCaprio, is given a totem by Age Saito in the dream world. The totem keeps spinning if Cobb is in a dream, and it stops if he is in reality. Now, watch the final shots of the movie.
Look who's here.
This is often considered to be the best example for open endings. We, as the audience, are not given a final answer, and the ending is left for interpretation. Now, similarly, in Andhadhun, Akash, played by Ayushmann Khurrana, shares his unfortunate story with Sophie, Radhika Apte. But now, as Akash leaves, notice the ending. Now, Akash hitting the can before stumbling upon it will make any audience question if he's actually blind, or did he make up the whole story about actually going blind? Or did he just get lucky with the can? Again, it's left to the audience interpretation, and that's why open ending is the most powerful and effective way to end a movie. Because if used effectively, those last few seconds change the entire narrative of the film. What the audience were made to believe for 2.5 hours turn upside down in the last few seconds. In a way, it proves to be the ultimate plot twist. And this is why we believe opening endings are one of the most beautiful ways to draw a conclusion, if used properly, of course. What do you guys think was the ending of Andhadhun? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And hit the bell icon to be the first to watch our future videos. Thank you guys.